TFNN. Headline News Update.
Okay, folks, this is the Dow Jones, so what we've been watching here for quite a while. If you'll remember, this is where all those patterns came together. And we've had to move. You can see here today's retracement stopped right at the 618, and it made a small ABCD pattern right there. So I really find that hard to believe that it's jumped that much in just a few seconds. But let me bring it up here and tell you, by golly, it has. Well, that's a good idea. Anyway, I probably now I've got to get back and get to the other one. Otherwise, it'll be all wrong, and I can't do anything. Anyway, that's what we're looking at today. That's this major support in here, whether it held or not. If you were looking at the Russell made a perfect ABCD pattern there at 24.89, I believe. So that also has probably had a little bit of a rally, but that's what we're watching here today. Now, we've got a lot of things going, especially the Treasury bonds. They just announced on Bloomberg it was the largest drop in, I don't know, a couple of years or something like that, when the rate dropped below X number of percentage, and then it didn't go anywhere. We're going to talk about that when we come back, because that'll be one that will tell us that we're looking at the right thing or the wrong thing as we're watching these things here unfold. The good news is, boys and girls, listen up and come close to the old monitor. And that is, our guest today will be Stan Harley. We call him Get It Right Harley. That's his nickname here at TFNN. I've known Stan for almost 50 years, and he is a stand-up guy, and boy, does he does great research, as we already know. But he will be our guest when we come up to the break. And then tomorrow, I'm trying to get Rich Anderson as our guest to talk about some of the financial or the agricultural markets, because they surprised everybody with a rally today. In fact, our soybean meal finally started to work pretty nicely, at least so far. So that's what we're watching here this morning. So stay tuned, and we'll have Stan Harley at the break, and we'll go over some of the currency markets that we're looking at, along with the all of the stock indices. We'll cover them all. So that's what we're watching, folks. So we'll be right back.